Hello, everybody, and welcome back. And as always, thanks for being here. For today's class, I do recommend grabbing a block or something else that can help you bring the ground a little bit closer up to your hands. Not required or necessary by any means, but we will be ending up in half moon, and so I like to teach with a block with that posture. But again, if you don't have it, and you're familiar with that posture, you might be just fine. That said, we're going to get started today in a comfortable seat on your mat. And as you prepare for class, know that this is a 60-minute class. We had a request from one of our very committed followers and listeners, and so she requested a longer class, and so yeah, we thought we'd offer that to you all. So again, find yourself in a comfortable seat. And if you do have a block, maybe even sitting up on that block here for the beginning would be good. But otherwise, comfortable seat. If that's not comfortable, you can lie down as well. Once you're there, I encourage you to close your eyes and soften your jaw and just take a few moments here at the beginning of your practice to just settle in, right? Settle into your body, into your breath, into the space. And first do so by bringing some attention and awareness into your body. And no need to change anything, but just start to notice. Right? Notice if there's any areas of tension or tightness, any, of course, injuries, or any other areas that might just require a little extra attention throughout the practice. And so start with some awareness in the shoulders and your shoulder blades, upper back and the space of your neck. Right? Sometimes those are the places where we can hold on to some stress. And then bring that awareness down into your arms. So feel the biceps and your triceps, down through your elbows, forearms and wrists. And see if you can pull that awareness all the way down, even into the tips of your fingers. And then bring your awareness back to the torso and just start to feel through the chest, the rib cage, down into your abdomen and your low back. And again, no need to change anything, but just start to notice. And then pull your awareness down into your hips, in your seat, and then down the legs. So start with the top of the legs, those big muscles, the hamstrings and the quads, and down into your knees. And feel the calves and your shins, ankles, the soles of your feet, and then all the way down to the tips of your toes. Now, see if you can zoom out and just hold the entire body here in full awareness, just for a few breaths. And again, just to notice, just to pay attention. And now begin to shift your awareness towards your breath. And again, same thing here, no need to change the breath, but just start to observe it. Right, this is the same breath that has carried you throughout your day and into the space. And this is the exact same breath that we use to not only inform, but guide the practice. And so just start to follow it in and out. And it makes its journey from the tip of the nose past the back of your throat, fills the chest, maybe even down into the belly. And see if you can bring your awareness to how the breath feels. Do you notice the movement that's created by the breath? Gentle expansion and then the surrender and the release. That constant cycle of in and out. And then shift your awareness towards the emotional body, the energetic body. How are you feeling today? Right? Not how you would expect to feel or how anybody wants you to feel or how you think you should, but actually how you do. Right? How are all of the things off of the mat? The friends, the family members, the loved ones, the job, the pets. Right? We bring our entire self onto the mat each time we step onto it. And so it's important to acknowledge all that we bring. The breath, the body, the energetic body. Go ahead and release all the air. So find a nice long exhale. And now take a full, slow, deep breath in. And then open your mouth, exhale, and let it go. All right, go ahead and bring your right hand out to the side, right? Extend your arm. You can either come to the palm or maybe the tips of your fingers. And then inhale, reach your left arm high. And just start by reaching it up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then with this length, hinge over to your right and just find a nice side body stretch here. And try to avoid collapsing through the arm, but rather keep the bicep, the tricep, the forearm, the fingertips all active, and your left palm facing down towards the earth. And then as you gently press into the right hand or fingertips, ground down through the left sit bone. Good. Hold here and breathe for 3. And we'll switch sides in 2 and 1. Nice work. Let's switch sides. Go ahead and walk your left hand out to the side, either to the fingertips or onto your palm. And then inhale, reach your right arm high. Again, find that nice extension and length through the right side. Take a breath in and exhale, hinge over to your left. Same thing here. You might press gently into the left hand to ground down through the right sit bone. Feel the expansion and the space that you're creating through the right side. And then bring intention into every part of this posture. So activate your bicep, your tricep, forearms, fingertips, palms face down. Here for 3. Slow return in 2 and 1. Slowly come all the way up. And then shift forward into a tabletop pose. So stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And once you're there, start by taking a nice long cat stretch. So just round your spine and push away from the earth. It's kind of like you're trying to separate your hands and knees away from each other, but they're not moving. Good. Head and neck can relax. And then inhale to cow pose. So drop your belly, lift your chin, lift your gaze. And here it's kind of like you're trying to slide your hands and knees closer to one another as you lift through your heart. All right, now go ahead and move through a few of these cat and cow poses on your own. But I'd encourage you also to add on a little bit. Right? So maybe you start to move through some barrel rolls with the chest, or maybe some circles with the hips, forward to the side and back. But find some organic, fluid motion here as you move through your cat and cow pose. Give yourself an opportunity to just play a little bit in this posture. And you might be alone, and so I encourage you to really step out of what this looks like and start to just really feel how it feels in your body. Right? Step out of the need for perfection or for perfect form. But again, just how it feels. Just play a little bit. Just experiment. And if you've started moving in one direction, now would be a good time to reverse that direction and just balance things out. And if you didn't remember exactly what you did on the opposite side, that's all right too, no worries. Again, as long as you're moving from that place of feeling, place of intuition, a place of playfulness. All right. Let's come on back to your tabletop pose and then reach your right arm up towards the sky. Roll out your wrist. Maybe draw some circles with the arm and start to open through the shoulder. And then inhale, reach your right arm up high. Good. We're going to thread the needle 3 times, 2 to hover, and the third one will come down onto the shoulder and ear. So take a full breath in and exhale, thread the needle. So right arm comes down, past the wrist, and as you hover your arm. Inhale, right arm lifts high. And exhale, thread the needle, hover your arm, maybe reach just a little bit further. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread the needle, come all the way down onto your right shoulder and right ear. And just take a few moments here to breathe. And as you soften your right shoulder, just breathe into this gentle twist in your spine. I had an opportunity to attend one of my very favorite music festivals this last weekend, and it is just an amazing place that people come to play, to have fun, to experience joy, to connect with one another. And this is my 4th time attending this music festival, and every time I walk away with a renewed sense of playfulness and a nice reminder that for some reason as adults we start to lose that ability to just play and have fun and be curious and not need to be perfect all of the time. And so as you make your way through the practice today, you'll notice just a little bit more emphasis on that idea of play. Letting things not be perfect. Maybe let things just be a little bit lighter. On your next inhale, reach your right arm up high and unwind. And then release your hand back down to the earth. Good. We'll switch sides. So go ahead and reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. And same thing here, roll out your wrist. You might draw some larger circles and move into the shoulder a little bit. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread the needle and hover your arm. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach up and unwind. And exhale, thread the needle. Last one. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread the needle to your furthest point. Come down to your shoulder and your ear. Good. And just take a few breaths here. And again, just breathe. So this idea of play is actually anchored in a yogic word called Lilla. And this is the concept that in existence itself is divine play, right? Creation for its own sake rather than an outcome. And so, we see this even in children. How many times does a toddler learning to walk fall down? And each time they fall down, they don't see that as a failure. And again, somehow as adults, we start to lose this ability to play and to let things not be perfect and take things so serious. And I'm guilty of this too. And so again, I encourage you, incorporate some play, some playfulness, some lightfulness, some imperfection to your practice today. On your next inhale, go ahead and unwind. So reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then exhale all the way down to the earth. Good. If you haven't done so already, start to engage your breath. So start to move towards a more intentional breathing, stretching out the length of your inhales and your exhales. Sending the breath a little bit deeper, moving towards that diaphragmatic breathing. And if you'd like, a gentle constriction at the back of your throat, moving towards that audible breath, Ujjayi Pranayama. And then curl your toes under and lift your hips. Make your way to downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, take a few moments here to pedal out the heels, find a little bit of movement, a little bit of fluidity. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. And then find your stillness. So in your downward facing dog, spread your fingers nice and wide. And as you press into the earth, relax your head and your neck and draw your chest back towards your thighs and knees. Get a gentle bend to the knees is always okay here, heels drawing towards the earth. We're going to take 3 breaths. So start with an exhale, just release all the air from your lungs. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more just like that. Full breath in. And full breath out. Good, and one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And now inhale, gaze towards the top of your mat. And exhale, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet behind your wrists, finding a forward fold. From here, you can let the hands rest to the earth or maybe grab a hold of your elbows. If you're going to grab a hold of the elbows, maybe sway side to side a little bit. Shake your head yes and no. And please bend your knees as much as you need to here. This posture is meant for a nice release into the low back. And sometimes if we've got tight hamstrings or low back, those straight legs can not really allow this posture to serve its purpose. All right, find your stillness. Release your hands to the earth and bring your feet together to touch. And now bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, and with a flat back, slowly come all the way up to stand. And once you're there, bring your hands to heart center, Samastitihi, equal standing pose. If you'd like, you can close your eyes. And before we make our way any further into the physical practice, take a moment here to set an intention for your practice today. And we'll send that out with a single breath, so just start by releasing all air. And then take a full breath in. And open mouth, exhale, and send it out. All right, release your hands to your sides. And inhale, Tadasana. Reach your hands up. And now gaze up. Bring your palms together to touch. And then start to press the palms together. Feel some of those muscles in your arms activate. And then feel that space from your hips all the way up to the tips of your fingers. Take a full breath in. And exhale, bring your hands right to your heart. Inhale, Tadasana. Both arms reach overhead. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank pose. From here, take a full breath in to prepare. And exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Zip your legs together. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. And then start to peel your chest away from the mat as your elbows pin in towards your body, almost like little cricket legs. Good. Very little to no weight that's in your hands, but the weight that is in your hands, I encourage you to pull back, kind of like you're trying to slide yourself forward on the mat. And then take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can move through tabletop or a push-up, and then lift your hips. Good. Once you're there, release all the air from your lungs. Take a full breath in. And an open mouth exhale and send it out. All right. what I'd like you to do next is move through 2 more sun salutations on your own pace. And what I'd like you to do is maybe add on, subtract, start to have some fun with this series of postures. And see if you can step out of that structure and the rigidity of the practice and move into a more playful, curious mindset that allows for lightness and imperfection. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and start. And if you're newer to the practice and not quite sure what to do, just repeat what we just did, and again, add on, take out, make it your own. It doesn't even have to be yoga. For many of us, we're moving through the same shape, but just taking a new perspective, visiting it in a new way. And if your version looks different from past sun salutations, what you think it should be, that's good. That just means that you're doing it right. As you move, just continue to connect with your breath. I'm going to give you about another 30 seconds here, so you can wrap up, move through another one, play a little bit more. If you've finished up, we'll meet in downward facing dog. And then once you've made your way to downward facing dog, check in with the breath, check in with your body, and let's move on. On your next inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, walk or step your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and round. Inhale, Tadasana. Reach up, gaze up, palms touch. And exhale, bring your hands right to your heart. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips, and reach your arms overhead. Good, just a few breaths here as you pin the knees together, draw the weight back into your heels, soften your shoulders, and now take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, airplane arms. Swing your arms down and back, and palms face down. From here, see if you can draw the pinkies just a little bit closer to one another as you open through your chest and your heart. And then, as we move through our first time slow here, maybe just an opportunity to play a little bit. Maybe move into drinking bird, right, where you just lift your heels a few inches off the earth. Embrace the imperfection. Embrace the wobbling. You're just teaching little muscles new things. Inhale, chair pose. Plant your heels, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Find some length in your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank pose. From your high plank, take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step through to a low lunge. Good, just make sure that the front foot is directly underneath your knee there. And then take a breath in and a breath out. Just rest into the hips. Good, inhale, crescent lunge. Slowly come all the way up, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Arms reach skyward and take a few breaths. So just refine the posture as you feel necessary. Lifting the back of your left knee, softening the hips, finding depth by surrender rather than forcing or muscling into it. And then engage your upper body. Imagine that you're trying to bring your chest and your belly a little bit closer to one another. Now, this might not look any different, but you'll probably feel the engagement through the upper body. Good, and then the shoulders can soften, gaze can soften. Beautiful. Take a breath in and exhale, warrior two. So spin your back heel down, open to the side. Shoulders remain stacked over your hips, and then reach through the arms. Good. First time through here, you might want to straighten and rebend your front knee a few times. And just see how it feels in your body. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe even you try it badly on purpose just to see how that feels. Then settle in, gaze forward. And keeping a deep bend in your knee, inhale, reverse warrior. So reach your right hand up and then back. Find that same engagement that we did at the beginning of the practice. Bicep, tricep, fingertips, all active here. Then take a breath in and exhale. Cartwheel your arms to the top of the mat, step back, high plank pose. Breath in to prepare. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's switch sides. Inhale, lift your left foot high. And exhale, step through, low lunge. Pause for just a couple breaths. Stacking front knee over ankle, softening into the hips a bit. Just feel your foundation from the hips down to the soles of your feet. And then inhale, crescent lunge. Come all the way up to stand, keep a bend in your knee, gaze forward. Good, and again, same thing here. Refine the posture as you feel necessary, lifting the back of your right knee, bringing your right hip forward, your left hip back, and then an engagement in the upper body. Chest to belly, belly to chest. Great, soft shoulders, soft gaze, maybe even a gentle smile on your face. And then take a breath in and exhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down, open to the side, and then take a few knee bends if you'd like. Straighten and re-bend the front knee. And then find your warrior two. Again, just a few breaths here. Find some softening through surrender. And maybe some lightness in the upper body, right? Where can you soften in order to provide a little bit of lightness? And you're going to keep a deep bend in your front knee. And inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling and then back. Continue to open through your side body. We're here for 3. High plank pose in 2 and 1. Hands to the top of your mat, step back, high plank pose. Take a breath in. And then exhale, drop to your knees, tabletop pose. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your chin, look up. And exhale, cat stretch, round, and push out all the air. Inhale, neutral spine, flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're just going to move that through one more time, breath to movement. So start by releasing all air. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and round, release. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up, gaze up, palms touch. And exhale, pull that right to your heart. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees and reach up. Exhale, airplane arms, maybe you lift your heels, have some fun. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse, reach up and then back. Exhale, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Switch sides. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank pose. Take a full breath in. And exhale, drop to your knees, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat stretch and round. Inhale, come to a neutral spine, a flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find your breath. Feel your body. Maybe even come back to that intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. We're going to move through that series one more time. We're just going to add on a little bit. So start by releasing all of the air. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and round, release. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up, gaze up. Good. Now find a steeple grip and bring your gaze back to forward. So in your steeple grip, interlace all 10 fingers, just release the index finger. Good. Press into the soles of your feet, lift your kneecaps, take a breath in. Exhale, standing half moon to the right. So create that nice crescent shape through the body as your fingertips move to your right and hips might pop out to the left a little bit. Continue to find that length through the left side. Good. Breathe here for 3. Back to center in 2. And 1. Inhale, come all the way back up to center. And exhale, standing half moon to your left. So now fingertips reach the left. Hips might come out to the right a little bit. Imagine that you're in between 2 panes of glass. Right, so the chest stays square with front of your mat. Good. Continue to engage through the legs. You're here for 3. Back to center in 2. And 1. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands right to your heart. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees and reach up. Exhale, airplane arms, send your arms down and back. This time, interlace all 10 fingers right behind your back. Good. All right, weight stays in your heels here. Sink your hips low. And now lift your hands away from your seat. Stay here. Or find a chest expansion. Straightening out your legs, lifting your hips, and then drawing your arms overhead. As an option there, or a modification, you can always grab a hold of your elbows. Do what feels best in your body. Discomfort, okay. Pain, we never want in practice. Good, so just breathe for 3. Back to chair in 2. And 1. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees and reach up. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, find some length in your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. And exhale, knee to forehead. So shift forward. Hips drop slightly below the height of your shoulders. Tuck your chin to your chest. And try to bring your forehead to your knee. Hold. Tap into strength and into patience. I know that even when you're working hard, it can be difficult, but see if you can incorporate some joy, some playfulness, some curiosity. Here for 3. Right leg high in 2 and 1. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step through into a low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, both arms reach overhead. Good. From here, we're just going to take a little back bend. So goal post your arms, palms face forward, and now lift your heart. And think about lifting up out of your hips, so finding length in the low back. Think more about lifting from your sternum, your heart, than bending into your low back. Again, here 3. Arms reach high in 2 and 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So this time, come all the way back and now reach your right hand forward, 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 pretty much until it can't go any further. And then right hand down, reach your left hand towards the sky. You can stay here if you've got your block. You might place your block under your hand or maybe even rest your elbow onto your thigh. Good, continue to breathe here. Find that depth in the hips. And then gaze up towards your left thumb if that's available. And now find engagement, bicep, tricep, forearms, and all the way up to the tips of your left fingers. Good, embrace the challenge. Right? Embrace the sensation, the shaking, all of that's good. And now gaze down. Inhale, reverse triangle, right leg straight, right arm reaches up and back. Again, lift up out of your hip. And now triangle pose, Trikonasana, come back through center, just like you did in extended side. Reach your right hand forward until it can't go anymore. Right hand to the block, shin or earth. Left arm reaches high. Good, and remember the arms and the hands, just an extension of the heart. So can you take that sensation, right? That compassion, that love, and radiate it all the way through the arms, out the tips of your fingers. Now gaze down. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your knee, reach up and back. And exhale, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, reach your left foot high. Exhale, knee to forehead, shift forward. Drop your hips just below the height of your shoulders. Tuck your chin and draw your forehead towards your knee and breathe. And remember that you can be in this fully without doing it perfect. You're doing great. Here for 3. Left leg high in 2 and 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Come all the way up, reach your arms overhead. Good. Exhale, back bend. Goal post your arms, and then lift from your heart, from your sternum. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, warrior 2. Spin your back heel down. Good, you've been here before. Inhale, reverse warrior. With a bend in your knee, reach your right hand high. Exhale, extended side angle. And I encourage you to maybe take whatever you did on the opposite side. So hand to your block, maybe just the fingertips floating a couple inches from the earth, or take the modification, resting your elbow onto your thigh. Good. But continue to bring intention into the posture. So gaze up, left bicep, tricep, fingertips, all active. Beautiful. Here 3. Reverse triangle in 2 and 1. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your right leg, reach up and back. And exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach forward, 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 and then tick-tock your arms. Right hand down, left arm high. Props, modifications, anything like that, always welcome. And then breathe. Feel your foundation this time. Start at the soles of your feet. Find that strength through the legs. And then bring some lightness into the upper body. Again, same posture, slightly different perspective. And now gaze down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bend your knee, reach up and back. And exhale, high plank. Take a breath in. And exhale, drop to your knees, tabletop pose. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your chin, look up. Exhale, cat, round your spine, gaze towards your navel. Inhale, neutral spine, flat back, and hold here. All right. I know you've been working hard. We're going to take a little bit of an active recovery here before moving into our peak posture. So in your next inhale, reach your right arm high, and then bend your elbow and place your hand behind your neck. Good. Try to keep the integrity in the neck, so never let the forehead drop below the height of your chin. Good, and then now reach your right elbow up towards the ceiling as you open to the right side. And you might notice here that a little extra weight has been placed on your right knee, and in fact your hips may be shifting out of the center line a little bit, where they're not necessarily stacked over your knees anymore. What I encourage you to do to tap into the muscle here rather than the flexibility is shift your hips slightly to the left. That might bring your right elbow down a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. What's happening there is because the hips move out to the side, we kind of get a false sense of our flexibility. However, drawing the hips back to the center here engages this posture from a place of muscle and engagement rather than flexibility. All right, inhale, right hand reaches high. Exhale, thread the needle. Again, been here before. Nice recovery. Come down to your shoulder, come down to your ear, and breathe. Maybe just a good opportunity to check in with your practice. How you doing? How does it feel to incorporate a little bit of play? What does it feel like to not have to be perfect? All right, we'll come out the same way that we came in. So on your next inhale, reach your right arm up high. And exhale, release. Let's switch sides. Inhale, lift your left hand high. And now bend your elbow, place your hand behind your neck, and lift your left elbow up towards the ceiling. And here, you'll notice your hips may be shifted off to the left a little bit. Just push them to the right, stack your hips right over your knees. Good, breathe. Good, then inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread the needle. Come on down to your left shoulder, your left ear, and take a few breaths. And now inhale, reach up and unwind. Exhale, release, tabletop pose. Take a breath in as you curl your toes under. And exhale, downward facing dog. Once you're there, just go ahead and take a breath in. And release, breath out. last standing posture here. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step through into a low lunge. If it's not there already, please go ahead and place your block about 6 inches or so in front of your big toe. Once it's there, or if you choose not to use a block, inhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down, come on up. All right, let's have some fun. Inhale, reach forward until you can't reach anymore, and then half moon. So launch off of your back foot, lift your back leg parallel with the mat, and place your right hand on the block or float it a few inches off of the earth. Left hand reaches straight up towards the ceiling. Good. And then just find some lightness. Right? Find some playfulness in this posture. If you'd like, you might kick your left foot in towards your seat and dance your half moon by reaching your left hand around, grabbing for the big toe side of your foot. And again, remember, wobbling is good, shaking is good, just teaching little muscles new things. And maybe give yourself permission to not be perfect here. Right? Let this be light, let this be playful, and breathe. Good, we're here for 3. A slow release and a soft launch on the back foot to reverse warrior in 2. And 1, inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, high plank pose. Take a breath in, and then downward facing dog. We'll repeat that on the opposite side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down, come all the way up. Good, and now reach your left hand forward, 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 just like you're moving into extended side angle. Place your left hand on the block or float it a few inches off the earth as you find your half moon. Straighten your left leg, lift your right, and bring your right leg parallel with the earth. Flex your foot back towards your shin. Good, and then reach through the arms. So bring a lot of intention into it. From your heart, your shoulders, through your arms, all the way through to the tips of the fingers for 3. Continue to breathe. Again, embrace the wobbling, the shaking, the imbalance for 2. And 1. Slow release. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank pose. Take a breath in. And exhale, drop to your knees, tabletop. Good. Come to stand on your knees for a quick camel pose. So place your hands on your low back, kind of like you're tucking them into jean pockets. And then push your hips down and forward as you lift your heart, lift your chin. Find some lightness. Embrace the challenge. Stay aware of the breath. And then release. Have a seat. Place your hands on your lap. And just take a few breaths. And now shift your hips off to the side, spin your feet around in front of you, and slowly come all the way down to your back. Once you're there, we'll move into a supine twist. So bring your right knee into your chest. Just give it a little hug. And then draw your knee across your body, right arm out to the side, and breathe. See if you can find some surrender in the low back and the abdomen, and just soften into the posture. And then switch sides, slowly come back through center. Release your right leg, bring your left knee in. Again, just a little hug, a little squeeze. Bring your left arm out to the side and then draw your knee across your body. And just start to release. Let go of the effort. And let yourself soften into the twist. And then slowly come on back to center. And quick bridge pose. So go ahead and bring the soles of your feet to the earth, let your fingertips touch the backs of your heels. And then inhale, lift your hips. And you might even shimmy the shoulders closer to one another and then interlace your hands behind your back and breathe. And now release the clasp behind your back, come up onto your tiptoes. So lift everything up as high as you can. And now slowly, one vertebra at a time, come all the way down onto your back. And then once the tailbone meets the earth, Supta Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open wide. And then bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And so as we wrap up the practice here, nothing left to get right. So just let the ground hold the version of you that doesn't have to try. And just notice, right? If you fell out of things today, you wobbled, you're still here, you're still whole. And maybe I encourage you to take that with you the next time you try something this week or in the future and it doesn't come out perfect. A conversation, a task, a first attempt. See if you can meet it the same way you met your balance tonight, with a little more playfulness, a little less judgment. So now go ahead and bring your knees on back together. Give yourself a nice hug. So grab a hold of the knees or wrap your arms around the shins. And remember that rest is one thing that you can't do incorrectly. So take a breath in and exhale, release to your Shavasana. I'll let some music play here for a little bit. I hope that you can take a few minutes to rest. I hope that you can join David and I in our off the mat conversation next week. As always, thanks so much for being here, and namaste.